Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Ryan. So I got a request on asking how I pick out stocks. So in today's video, we're diving into how I pick the right stocks out for swing trading. So this video is for you whether you're just getting started or you're looking to kind of sharpen your skills when it comes to stock picking. So I'm going to show you my criteria to help you identify high potential stocks that are perfect for swing trading and how to find the stocks that I look for as a swing trader and how you can quickly go from looking through thousands of stocks to just focusing on a few of the ones that'll make you the most money. Alright, so let's hop into it. So the main patterns that I'm looking for are two patterns. The high tide flag, also known as the high tide flag. Basically, you're just looking for a descending triangle that's printing higher lows on the bottom side. There's thousands of chart patterns. I don't know all of them. I don't know all their names. The only thing I really care about is this high tide flag when it comes to swing trading. Another pattern I'm looking for is just kind of called a channel pattern. I don't know what else to call it. Basically, you have an upper resistance, you have a bottom support. If the bottom support is rising, that's even better. And then what also happens to happen is a cup and handle pattern, which is at the bottom left side of the screen. Cup and handle pattern is really just a high tide flag pattern to me at the very end, but it's got a longer channel as far as like a top resistance that it's meeting. So far, when it comes to picking out stocks, it's very easy, right? I mean, it's so easy that a baby could do it. Well, a baby could do it if a baby could read charts, understand market trends, and kind of had like a tiny laptop instead of a pacifier. But basically, if a baby can do this, a baby can pick out winning stock patterns. So let's get more into detail what I look for. The other qualities of a stock for a good breakout and why. So the must-haves is stock must have greater than 5 ADR, which is called the average daily range. Basically, I'm only looking for stocks that move. I'm not looking for a slow-moving stock. I want a high volatility stock that moves a lot every single day. Those are the ones to get behind. Other thing people want is greater than $1.99 price. Personally, I prefer $3 or higher. One of the reasons I prefer a $3 or higher stock is these stocks aren't just full of pump and dumpers, or they're less likely to be full of people pumping and dumping a stock. They're not like penny stocks where, you know, the stock's 50 cents and goes to 60 cents and then everyone dumps it out, right? If you have a stock that's kind of $3 or greater, you have a better chance of getting an institutional investor involved in the stock. And what I want to see is when I jump into a stock, I want institutional investors or companies or organizations to jump into that stock behind me to help push the stock up. I'm also looking for stocks that have 1 million shares volume per day. So if a stock is sitting here trading like under 100,000 shares a day, I really don't care about that stock. And that stock's unlikely to catch fire unless the stock is traded for over 1 million shares in a day in the past. Another thing I'm looking for is a recent move, a higher or lower. I don't just want a stock that's just trended, for 6 years going sideways, right? I want stocks that move up and down. I want the SMA 10-day and the SMA 20-day to have caught back up to where the stock is currently. That means if the stock just had a high move up or high move down just a few days ago, it's unlikely to make a big move again. A lot of times it needs time to catch up, and that's what I use the simple moving average as an indicator if it's caught up. And I'll show you that. The other thing I'm looking for is tightening range, and I prefer the stock to be an active sector or a hot sector, although I will mark stocks that are not in those sectors to watch. All right, so where do you find these stocks? So I have multiple scans for stocks, 1 month gainer, 3 month gainer, 6 month gainer. I have about 10 personal scans that I've made, and I'll kind of show you guys some of those. Where you do not find stocks, right? I'm not looking in magazines. I'm not looking on Discord. I'm not looking on Twitter. I'm not looking on Reddit. And I never, ever watch TV for stocks. Basically, I'm never looking for someone to tell me what to buy. All I got to do is look at the markets and look at the charts, and I'll know what to buy just from those. All right. So two things you can also use. ADR formula, which I spoke about earlier, is one of the most important things you can have for finding a good swing trading stock. And then sectors tractor, which I kind of talked about in other videos. will kind of give you an idea which sectors to focus on, right? So now let's stop talking about it and let me kind of show you like my nightly routine. So basically, I like to use TC2000 to do all my charting. On this left side of the screen, I got a zillion different scans that I use. Mainly I use these while the market is open, but come nighttime, all I do is look for one of my pre-made scans. So I'm going to show you this 1 month gainer scan. Basically, this is what I'm looking for. Volume dollars a day over this number. ADR greater than 4.75, and the price growth 1 month ranks between, I'll show you here, 90 and max. So basically when I pull up this scan, it's going to give me a filtered list. So if you looked at without the filter, looking at US common stocks, there's 6,133 items in the watch list, and after I filter it down, it filters down to about 108 items. So from here, I'm just looking at the left side of my screen. Let me go ahead and add ADR to this. Alright, so this is going to give me my basic list of what to look for. So I'm just going to sort by ADR, and I'm going to run through the list. And the main thing I'm looking for is the left side of the screen. What I'm looking for is any kind of the patterns I was telling you about. And so far, nothing's jumping out at me. Oklo here, which is a utility regulation sector, is building the nice base for a breakout. Maxion Solar Technologies. This stock just had a recent split, so I usually don't like to jump on stocks that just had recent stock splits. They're usually a piece of trash stocks. Nano Nuclear Energy right here. I do have this one marked here with these lines, and then I do set an alert that it is having this upper resistance, tightening range. You can see here on the 15-minute chart. DJT, nothing there. Here's one. Capricorn is building a nice upper resistance. Oh, I got a lot of lines drawn on this one. Capricorn building a nice upper resistance and printing higher lows, as you can see here in this picture. So I have an alert set for that top side here around the 2250 range. Save Airlines. I have an alert set for this one to see it kind of possibly break out above this line with volume. SMR. This one you can see is kind of the cup and handle pattern that we talked about earlier. It broke out, moved up, went sideways again, broke out, moved up. Now it's moving back down. So I'll kind of have an alert set again to see, just in case this nuclear energy stock pops above this line, I'll be alerted to it. Serve Robotics. Here's another one building this nice channel. IBRX. This one just recently broke through. So the way I'd draw an alert on this one is I would set one for this bar here. I'd mark this higher low here. And I'll just go ahead and kind of set an alert, possibly for this one when it breaks out. Pacific Biosciences here making this nice channel. Ion Q is already broken out. Thera Pharmacy, here's a breakdown, nothing there. Wolf could possibly be setting up. SRRK, Nova. EVgo here is another one that looks like it's setting up, and it probably will pop out next time there's some good EVs. EVs breaking out. And then I'm just going to run through a couple more of these, and I'm just kind of showing you. So we had 6,000 stocks to start. Once I add my criteria that I'm looking for, it just breaks down to about 108 stocks. Now, this can change nightly. But I will go through this once a night and just see if there's anything here that's popping out at me. Here's this Canadian Solar CSIQ, Canadian Solar, building this nice upper resistance here. Huma here is another possible breakout that could be happening in the future. I'll set an alert waiting for it to break through that top line. Cipher, and then let me just look at a couple more here. Butterfly, I already set an alert for this one. AAOI, I already have an alert set for that one. Lunar, building this nice long price channel. I'll just be waiting for a break above this top line. Alright, so that's just 50 of the 108. I run through the shares pretty quick, but let me just kind of show you my alert console. So when we look at the alerts that I do have set for my stocks, I have 172 stocks. Now, a lot of traders only set like 10 or 20 or 30 or 40, or they set under 100. But personally, for me, when I'm trading stocks, I'm like a buffet. I want to have as many items on the buffet as possible. Now, I will get 10 to 20 of these breakouts a day will set me alerts, and I might take one or two. But if you look here on the left side of the screen, you can basically see almost every single stock looks the same. It just has an upper price resistance line. And what I'm looking for is the right sector to be breaking out, the right time, enough volume, and the market pushing on my backside. This is why I have I'll set almost 200 alerts. I'll get about 20 a day, and I'll reset the alerts when they're not ready, and I'll take the trades of the ones that I am ready. And I have been getting more picky lately because I do want to leave myself enough capital to add on to my trades. When my trades break out a second time, a third time, and a fourth time, I'm busting even higher. So just to kind of reiterate, what I look for in stocks is I'm looking for stocks that are 5 ADR or higher, which is this yellow number up here. Volume of 1 million stocks traded a day. Like here, this Array Technologies trades around 5.3 million stocks a day average. I'm looking for the 10 and 20 SMA, which in these pictures is this purple and yellow line. I want to see that purple and the yellow line have caught up. I'll show you maybe a stock where they're not caught up. Well, all right. So here we can see this Upstart Holdings. This purple and yellow line finally caught up here. And once the purple and yellow line kind of line up along with the stock where it's at, and you see a tightening range, that's when you can look for a big breakout. The other thing I'm looking for is higher lows being printed. Higher lows just being the low side where it gets tighter and tighter and tighter. The highs keep bouncing off, like say on this Aligos Therapeutics. The highs keep getting rejected at the 1050 level, but the lows keep building higher and higher and higher. Once you see this tightening range, that's when you know the stock's about to break out, or it can break out. And I'm also looking for things in the hot sector. So the hot sectors right now might be telecom or luxury spending. So I'll be looking for things in that sector. And that's where to look, right? I mean, when they ask the bank robbers, why did they rob the banks? They always say that's where the money's at. Looking at the right sectors is kind of like fishing. You're always looking for where the fish are biting. Here's another one where this PHAT, this pharmaceutical company, is getting this tightening range. Higher lows are being printed. And now what I'm looking for is I'll be looking for a breakout. Now, it did have a breakout here today. You can see, but it kind of pulled back. So it might be resetting. We'll see. It's reset to the 1780 level, so we'll be watching this again. Maybe it broke out, but it went right back down. It wasn't ready. All right, folks. So I just want to thank everyone for taking a look at this video. If you do have any questions, please put them in the comments below, and I'll be happy to help you guys out. And I hope to post more videos. Check out the website, The Biggest Game in the World, where I'm trying to teach everyone how to trade or how to be a successful trader. All right. Thanks, y'all. Have a good day. And if you don't mind, please hit like and subscribe because I will post more videos and help you guys become better traders. Thanks, y'all.